we invited the Pakistani foreign minister because there was an SCO foreign ministers meeting, and when it comes to multilateral meetings, you invite people to discuss that subject. Okay? So he was invited in his capacity as a representative of Pakistan to put across his views on matters pertaining to the SCO. We could differ, he may have his own viewpoint, I may have my own viewpoint. There's an SCO meeting room in which we would exchange, differ. That's one thing. But if you look at what were his public utterances outside in the press conference and other interviews, he's not spoken about the SCO at all. He's spoken about everything else pertaining to India. He's spoken about our politics, he's spoken, his past value judgments, from Kashmir to G20 to BBC documentary. I mean, as I said, other than SCO, he's spoken about everything else. So now, what do I do as a host? See, we have a collective responsibility to at least behave in a way in which we do not weaken our collective position abroad. Okay, to do what we have seen in the last 3 years on China, because often very misleading narratives are put. There are misrepresentations. We had, for example, there was a big to-do about a bridge which the Chinese were building on Pangong Tso Lake, okay, in Ladakh. Now the reality, it was made out as though, see, you lost territory and they're building a bridge. No, the reality was that particular area, first the Chinese came in 1959 and then they occupied it in 1962. But that's not the way it was put across. This happened in case of some of the so-called model villages as well, that they were built on areas which we lost in 62 or before 62. Now, I don't believe, you will very rarely hear me say, in 1962 that shouldn't have happened, or you are wrong, or you are responsible. I mean, what has happened has happened. It's our collective, I would say, failure or responsibility. I do not attribute necessarily a political coloring to it. What I would like to see is actually a serious China conversation. I'm prepared to accept that there are differences of viewpoints on that. But if you reduce it to a kind of slanging match, well, I mean, what can I say after that?
Since you just came back from the SCO conference in Goa, I'm reminded in 2000, last year, you were pushing for the port in Iran, where India would be very deeply involved in its development. I just want to know, why were you pushing so hard for it, and what is its strategic importance?